Everything of you is fake now. How could the one I was so true to just tell me lies? How could the one I gave my heart to go and break this heart of mine? Tell me. How could you be so cold to me when I gave you everything? All my love, all I have inside. How could you just walk out the door? How could you not love me anymore? I thought we had forever. I can't understand. How could my girls and boys just crush me with all their sorcery? How could you just wave a magic wand? 'Cause we broke up, I thought we had forever, and I can't understand. If you love me, how could you hurt me like this? Tell me. Oh, hey, do-da-boo-boo. And like Aaliyah, I'm that dead to you now with all that devastation. Now you're killing me. Because how could the one I gave my heart to break my heart so bad? Won't somebody tell me so I can understand? If you love me, how could you hurt me like that? I actually sang that song. Was it 4-page letter? Yeah, go pop stars, go skolong. And I got only past the first round, and I felt all sad because my voice was yet to be. I was good enough to get past the first round. Mama always told me to be careful who I love, and Daddy always told me make sure he's right. I was too shy, so I wasn't in the show, so I decided to write. I was too shy, so I decided to write. I'm sending you a 4-page letter. If I enclose it with a kiss, and you better get it on time. Get it on time. I forgot it. I think did I sing 4-page letter or how could go second round? Second round, I danced a whole bunch on stage, so I lost my breath and I wasn't able to get past to the third round. And my teacher was like, it's because you were dancing too much and so you weren't able to focus on music, Karabo. It's not that you can't sing, it's that you were too breathy because you were busy dancing. And the song that I was dancing to, because I wanted to show that I got moves, because Nele Pop Stars Yako Skolo Munga grade 9. I sang Pina Elia, Janet Jackson. There are times when I look above and beyond. There are times when I feel your love surround me, baby. Ta ta ta. I never forget my baby. Ta 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 ta. I dream about us together again. Oh, ba da da. What I want us together again, baby. I know we'll be together again, baby. Everywhere I go, every smile I see, I know you are there, smiling back at me, dancing in the moonlight. I know where you are free, 'cause I can see your smile shining down on me. Yeah, I can jive on stage to that song because it's very dancey. And so I was like, there are times when I look above and beyond. There are times when I feel your love around me. And I lost. I was kicked out of the competition and I felt so sad. And I was so jealous of all the chicks that made it all the way to the end. But I took that advice and I stopped dancing while singing. And I improved now. Dream about us together again. I know we'll be together again, baby. I know we'll be together again, 'cause everywhere I go, what's my teacher gotta say now, today, if she's still alive? I improved, right? Anyway, that's the song that I was kicked out of the competition with. No, and the one that I did sing was Vele Vele Yona Ele, and I sang it to my girls in the bathroom to get their approval, to see if it all I'll get kicked out. And I sang, how could the one I was so true to just tell me lies? How could, and my friends were like, oh, you can sing. And then I auditioned with it. And the teacher was like, oh, you're welcome. Into second round. Dream about us together again on stage. And I lost. And it was sad. And the chick who won was this gorgeous colored girl by the name of Roxanne. I'll never forget. And Roxanne, her song that moved her to the next round and the one that killed the school. She mowed everyone to the ground the day when I was kicked out of the competition. She sang Anastasia's Not My Kind of Guy, Not My Kind of Girl. So people who say I can't sing, or I wasn't a singer before, I sang in high school. It's just that you didn't care. Y'all didn't care about me. You didn't care. You didn't know. No, that's because my friends from high school know that I could sing. I just didn't sing it much. Because ever since getting kicked out of that competition, I got all shy again. But anyway, Roxanne happened. She's like, Anastasia. She walked up and she's like, oh, this chap. Like, she was this young girl. One grade below. She was in grade 8. I was in grade 9. So she was even younger. More so was I jealous. I overcame jealousy now by the Holy Spirit. Yeah, Roxanne rocks up. All gorgeous with her green eyes. And a voice that sounds like she's a tenor. A voice that sounds like she is an old lady who has been singing for all her life, and she's very seasoned. After making like Aretha Franklin or whatever. What? All this chat that we stand together. I won't fuss, I won't fight. She sang like that. No, I won't give you time. You know I'm not that kind. Ding, 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 ding. Woo! Tell me what you're thinking. Yeah, and she won. No, I'm not that kind of girl. This is not my kind of world. No, it's not for me. Roxanne. Not Roxanne, but Anastasia. And she won the competition eventually. All of it. Now those memories, right, I experienced them with people, and there would be conversations at a dinner table in the future. If at all those people didn't break me, if it all didn't shatter me, like Roxanne Wakona, if I was to bump into her because she didn't break me, I'd easily be able to be like, yo, remember grade 9? Dude, you slayed us in the competition. Remember you sang Anastasia? Are you still singing today? Did you do anything with your music? Because, girl, you had the pipes. I could easily have a conversation like that with Roxanne. Do you understand? Because she didn't do anything to me, and what have you. But people like Roxanne, people that were in my life or that I knew, that I crossed paths with, Boloi, you made yourselves AI, do you understand? And now little artificial intelligence reaching singularity type men, when I come into my space, because I remind them of what it was like to be, I give them basically nostalgic memories of back in the day, but the only reason why nostalgic memories of back in the day hurt is because you hurt people. The only reason why nostalgic memories would hurt is, one, if something very tragic happened during the time of that music, like Pinaya, One Republic, Too Late to Apologize. I love it, but it also brings back a lot of pain because it used to be my ex-boyfriend's late brother's favorite song, and it was played during the slideshow at his memorial service. And so it is a nostalgic song that brings back the pain of somebody's passing, a young person that died way too soon. But even though it would have been a painful memory, it nonetheless would still, in spite of how painful it is, not be the kind of pain that is like, I don't even want to think about it type pain, because it's a level of betrayal. It was painful because someone died, and the song was just ringing in everybody's hearts pertaining the late, but not so much because the late rather was still alive and betraying everybody, stabbing everybody in the back. I'm holding on the road, or King Rope. Got me 10 foot off the ground. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. Yeah. That One Republic song I absolutely adored. And it hurts to think about for a myriad of reasons, including the tragedy of the young man who died, but also because, listen, everyone in that ecosystem with whom we were all mourning the same guy. They just crushed me. Like my ex-boyfriend and I, when we first started dating, it was 2006, and our favorite song, Lily 2, what, you know, when music comes on and couples be like, ooh, that's our song. Our song was, my love. I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside. My love, I still to this day love it, Mara. It has so much pain. It has so much pain, no, not because we broke up, but because what the heck, what have you done? What have you done? You've lost your innocence. You've made memories stinky. You have made memories smelly. You have made memories putrid, maggoted. You have made memories hugale. And so because you have made memories hugale, listen, you're hugale too. Like I said, you're AI. You're mzwa, okay? Everybody following you, but you don't be following nobody, so you're arrogant. And when you walk around like a robot or like that, when I hear Justin Timberlake's song come on, I'm listening to it by myself. Like a school butt in a shell. You're not welcome to my party. It's my party and I cry if I want to. Cry if I want to, cry if I want to. And you would cry too if it happened to you. Ba-da-da-da-da. Let's get it's my party and I'm having it by myself until I can meet someone with whom I can relate over the same music that hasn't crushed me like a monster truck at a demolition derby over a Kia Picanto. Y'all crushed me. Y'all broke me. Y'all nastified me. And I don't care for you. And stop trying to jolla with me therefore. Okay? My friend and I used to have this girl that was, she and I were like, yo, tight like some skinny jeans, yeah. Tight like a very squishy bra, yeah. That brings about a double boob, yeah. Me and this girl were tight like a squishy bra that gives you a double boob. It's absolutely tight. And we met for Rosebank where we used to work together at a store. And it was my first year at Wits and her first year at Wits Tech. And she was studying fashion design. And the two of us got along like a house on fire, thick as thieves. We were both tall, we were both slender, we were both with histories of the modeling industry. But I did not go far with it. She had some kind of like a dent in that industry. Gorgeous. Every so often I would get really jealous of her. But nonetheless, I kept my, listen, I've been jealous of people before and I keep saying this. I never hurt people because of that jealousy. She was extremely fashionable, really, really eccentric. Una casa, do you understand? Very designery type setup thing. And this friend of mine, the two of us met but then because, you know, paths when they cross, you be out just saying, God brought us together, no duh. Because it just so turned out that my girls from varsity, I was first year Wits. My girls from varsity went to her high school. They're like Waverly. I had friends that went to Waverly Girls High, just like Madimavi went to Waverly. But I had my own batch of Waverly friends that I met at first year varsity. And when one time, no, not one time, I told her where I attend. Listen, I don't even know how. I think we were partying and then we decided to go together to a party and then it was like, hey, how are you doing? And then they like knew each other. I was like, oh my goodness, what a small world. Yeah. It turned out that we basically crossed paths. We worked at the same store, having met individually and uniquely. And then one day we went out partying and my girls, with whom I was at university, knew her from high school. And it turns out Nili scheme and I was like, what a small world. So we basically just kind of continued to grow together into our 20s. We were both 19 when we met, right? Into our 20s all the way up until, well, my 27th year of life, because that's when I got betrayed. I came to Christ and everybody went awry on me. So basically we knew each other for like 7 years since the beginning of the end of high school. Whatever. Okay, yeah, this chick and I had a song that we used to absolutely love, the two of us, Nele Pinaya Rona, and where we used to work at the store, Rosebank, our CD in the recorder. The recorder ya ko shopong, CD ena, in the store during, like, you know, well, the boss didn't mind type setup thing, but that was like our jam. And the song in particular was Ding. Ding, 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 boom, ding, run on down, square for hire, square for hire. And about 2 years ago, because, you know, nostalgia be just slapping a lady chica guy about that square for hire nako internet thing, I was working out. I have stopped exercising because people broke the living daylights out of my heart. Yeah, galo mamela square for hire to dance to it because I wanted to develop old school stuff. It was during the same season when I was listening to Pro Kid because I was just bereft with nostalgia. I started dancing to like old school music, right? And so I decided that I want a square for hire bag. And I remembered that scene, the song, that part of the song that my friend and I used to say together, run on down. And then we'd be dancing, yeah. And when it would come on Kodi Patingana where it was Makaza Hobata, we would all get very warm just dancing. Yeah. I get to my friend how to square for hire or if at all she even tunes into it. Or maybe if she is just an artificial intelligence robot today. Hi, my man is square for hire. She's just taking in all these new musics that are coming on the scene. Because they don't even dare bother to listen to Never Ever Gonna Let You Go. They don't even try to revisit it. Maybe they don't. Maybe that's how they cope. Maybe that's how my baby cousin copes with I want you, because you make my heart skip a beat like the want to. I want to be the one you run to when pain confronts you. You're everything. Sometimes I get nervous when I'm in front of you. I can hear it in your voice when I ask you if you're comfortable. Look how loved you. How many times can I be alone with you, can I? And yeah, when my cousin listens to Pina Ela, I want you, Talib Kweli, doesn't it just eat her alive inside, or doesn't she just avoid it altogether? Doesn't my former friend, Ole, Wako Shopo, Ko Rosebank, just not even try to put play on Square for Hire, because then she will have to confront Tabaori she lost me. She will have to confront Tabaori, she stabbed me in the back. She has made her memories painful. Square for Hire with any level of peace. And then my cousin with whom I was dancing, Talib Kweli, I want you because you make my heart skip the beat that I drum to. She's the one that introduced me to the album Ayo, Talib Kweli, and I fell in love with the Ghana boyfriend that day. Back, and they also sang South Block Tango after Bangbulala. She had it coming. She had it coming. She only had herself to blame. Leona Chicago Yading. Little cousin. He ran into my knife. 10 times. Roxy Heart. Damn. Dang, dang, dang. Can you watch Chicago anymore, little cousin? Because she's the one that introduced me to Chicago. Because I get it, she used to go to an artistic school. And so because she went to an artistic school, one day they did it like a Broadway show or whatever in theater. They had to watch the movie Chicago and then they acted it on stage. So she knew all the songs. They made her listen to all. She had a soundtrack, yeah, Chicago. She had it. And that's when I was introduced to Chicago because she couldn't stop talking about it. The name on everybody's lips is gonna be Roxy. Who said that murder ain't an art? I'm gonna be a part of me. Na 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 na. Da 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 da. Roxy Hot. Da 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 da. And then cellophane, Mr. Cellophane. That is just my name. I am a cellophane. Oh, you can walk right by me and see right through me and never know I'm there. They call me a cellophane, Mr. Cellophane. That is just my name. I am a cellophane. Oh, you can walk right by me and see right through me and never know I'm there. She acted in Chicago in school, and that's how I even know that music, because you know people influence each other when they love each other. I'm gonna buy the soundtrack, yeah, Chicago. I'm also gonna watch the movie because my cousin told me about it. Can she listen to Cellophane today? Can she listen to When You Stroking Mama Stroking You? Can she? Can you listen to South Block Tango anymore without being heartbroken? Because you've gone dark like the web. You've gone awry like incognito. You're AI. You're just a bunch of robots. So therefore, what in the world is the name on everybody's lips is gonna be Roxy. So, listen, hey, my cousin ought to be mourning. First time we heard Michael Jackson's Will You Be There? Hold me like the River Jordan. And how can I? And then when it gets to the part where everybody's like, oh, she's like all crying. And everybody's like, oh, excuse me, when we're just children. So we all knew that Bina Elia Michael Jackson, yeah, Will You Be There? We knew that the Will You Be There music song, yeah, Michael Jackson makes my cousin cry. So we were very trepidatious about playing it because we didn't want to get all teary-eyed. Can she listen to Will You Be There? Dun, 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 boom, boom. When I say that, wouldn't she like burst out into like flames or whatever? Just like a glitching AI robot. Now that you're made of nothing but metal, wouldn't you just start clanking? Da, 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 da. And then bomb. Yeah, you would. So now people who remember what they used to be, who they used to be, demonstrating. How about Tloko and that same cousin, now that we were all grown up, strutting. Those dust particles underneath the feet of this boot. Shut up. Happy na ele ya gata on. I do like a blob of artificial intelligence equipment. I do see that as hardware, while her software is out here rebooting. When she's busy rebooting overnight during a software upgrade, because they be out here also doing upgrades. Oh, transhumans here. When you're out here rebooting, would your machinery not clank and break and bomb, and therefore there be necessary the need for a replacement of parts in your hardware? If at all you were to hear, we couldn't see eye to eye, so this is goodbye, bye, 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 bye. Well, wouldn't she just start going? And there therefore be a necessity to Aja be delivering new parts for her broken software that bombed because she could not afford to let herself get nostalgic. Over Pina when we were like 17, 18, 19. Kodi pating when we were not supposed to be there. Deep kloof. Maar hey, happy na it like haar we couldn't see eye to eye. Next thing, children are going like loco and gaga. Really busy. Looking to the sky. Important. She would glitch. Her software would bomb. They would need to replace some parts. I'm telling you. They would need to bring like a whole toolbox with spanners and everything to like put her back together again. Oh, Humpty Dumpty. Because how is she able to listen to anything from back in the day without her software going awry? Eh? Di roboto yana tsena tse classisti. Lang patla hure. Lang patla poshonki kare ki make up your face beat. Ho tlo pata di blemish tsa lona. I'm not for you to grab because with me you cannot have good memories. I can only have good memories with people who would remember this very same music but who haven't crushed me. Essentially complete strangers that would basically come from my time, my era, my season, the ice age within which I lived. As the mammoth and the dodos that we were. Extinct being the only people in our midst that didn't bewitch our entire ecosystems. Now we found each other as dinosaurs. Endangered and near on extinct. I could only relate with the memories that I had from the past. With people that lived around the same time that I lived. However, with whom I've been separated by geographical location or just in Defilugundulana yet we didn't know each other. Mara, we can be able to relate. That's where old school memories come in. Yeah, yo, when I was in high school, I loved that song. Tis a pity everyone that I was friends there with betrayed me. How could the one I was so true to just tell me lies? How could the love of my life and best friends break this heart of mine and tell me where I'm a mama, ooh, I think I'm jealous of your girlfriend, although she's just a girl that is your girlfriend. My cousin and I, re sa rate ho rekeng album ele ya Alicia Keys. Mara ka je ko tla nketsa Alicia Keys gore le nna ke tlo utswa monnanyana mo strateng mona. Mona go ke bo bi wena. Mona go ke dongo mona ona. I need to pee again. Mara, wa bona my dad. Yena he, a ke tsebe le gore dipina tsa age era ya hae ke eng, maybe except for the ones say maybe nka di gopola that my mom used to play. Bana ba tlohetse le dikolo, fela ke rumba. Ke me fere fela mniduba fela mperekane fela ke tlhakantsuke ya madumba. Listimela sihamba ngamalahle. Yeah, maybe I might remember that because that's what my mama played. But that's the music that my dad would be able to be like, yo, those are the jams of my dad. That maybe her parents didn't listen to Stimela when she was on the come up. So, busy and friend yaka that's like 27 when he's like late 60s. On some gimme fella. Hey, my dad, yo. I should be like my girl got that eye. Gimme fella, me duba fella. Peregane fella, get lakan suke ya cherry entle. We stimela sa mesi hambanga malahle. Woo! So my dad, I've watched a lot to my girl and like she don't even know any of that music. Y'all be hollering at Gen Z's with girl, I am so surprised to see the young fine woman that you grew up to be. Your body's banging like yo. Kana kwa tengi she's like. My Kesha dad, my timer. I just be ogling at my girl on some. Masario now gets it some tie. I get say horiki getting. Bona romonta drunky my tie. But my dad be out looking at my girl like Malo. And my girl is like, yo, dog, like, I don't even know that song. But anyway, I'm not gonna humiliate you in front of your dad or whatever, but like, it was evident that my dad was trying to sing my girl Malawi. He was looking at my friend like that. I don't know how to get by it, but like in his youth. Malawi. friend is like, yo, that Karabo was out there ogling at me like I'm some kind of like Russian Joe. Unang patang cheapsy spike dog, like I don't know. Kana kwa thing in my girls and I remember say ding the soil. It was a Sunday. Buhle Bake was like a holiday. That's what we're listening to. Kana kwa ding. Can you be na the soil? Ringe umam uzondi khwicha utata uzondi khwicha atindi ajola sandongi oika. Yeah, I don't know the lyrics 100%, but we were listening around that time to Sandongi oika yoiku mama no tata. Yeah, mama no tata. Umama zondi khwicha utatu zondi beta atindi ajola sandondi yoiku mama no tata zondi khwicha atindi ajola. Yeah, that's what we're listening to. Because it's about that time when we be out just trying to get married. And, you know, maybe not so young as to be, like, punished by parents for Ukjola. Mara, that's the music we were listening to. That's all that my girl understands when a man is out here hollering at her. Not mile away or even Musadu don't get some taita. Eh? The only reason I know it is because my parents were busy playing it. Mara gipinatsa bonanse. Ebe out here tlo fika mona ka di pinatsa 1999. Atlo zama holo pinela. Atlo khosa Gen Z. How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. Oh, but Melissa, but you came around and paid my fees. My mind said, no, I'm not supposed to be with a sugar daddy. No. Oh, baby, but you came around and bought me a townhouse. How did you get here? Hey, nobody's supposed to be here. No, baby, but you came around with a 2-decade-old gap. My mind has said, no, nobody's supposed to be here. No, oh, baby. Yeah, but this dude is trying to get a Gen Z to understand why, even though she's only 22, she gotta date a dude on a 48. It's because you're gonna pay my fees. And it's because, because the dude out here is trying to re-find his innocence in a child. What a lot of innocence, 22-year-old Marona, a litany of STDs. How did you get here? She doesn't even know who that is. But he's expecting her to sing that to him because that's what he remembers. During that time, that's when he was innocent. That's when he was yet to betray everyone. That's when he was yet to do all this witchcraft in these streets against everyone. That's when he was yet. Understand that Deborah Cox. Yo, whoo, I need the bathroom. I remember, I'm back. And see, that back at the kapatu, where my girls at? From the front, the back, could you be feeling it? See, I don't need that. You know what? Yeah, you get my point. Like, hope what when I've been 702, that crew of girls, my cousin introduced me to them. She was like, "You have guts to hear these chicks, what?" And I was like, hey, don't you violate me, cause I'ma make you hate me. And take it to where my girls and the dad make it into who? I give you up. The things that we want. Ooh, I will do anything for you. I will do anything. 12. I will do anything, girl, anything for you. I'm in the ding. Kapatikin, a patikum bam bam. Kapatikin, and pick it down, tingu. And pick it up and get the ting tim ping da. I will do anything for you. I will do anything for you. I will, yeah. How's my cousin supposed to be listening to 3T? And how's my cousin supposed to be listening to 702 now? Like, listen, does she even try? Like I said, if she would have listened to that, she was they would have to do a whole of software, not software. They would have to do a replenishment of software and a replacement altogether of hardware. They have to bring in a clone and replace her altogether and then put her consciousness in the new body. Because the old one would be done for. Because today you are literally AI. You are just walking robots. You are not who you used to be. They should get a whole chunk of cults, right? One of these cults is white supremacist. And they like me, but they've got qualms with the fact that I'm a black woman. But they're the least afflicting on my person, so I don't focus too much on them. But the concentration and they are trying to bring back the old Afrika suit. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, listen, y'all don't know me. And so I don't care. The people that are afflicting me right now, that are hurting me the most, are the ones that, if at all, they did not do this to my life, it wouldn't matter that you're racist. It wouldn't matter that you're looking at me like I'm a black woman so I don't deserve progress. It wouldn't matter that, because listen, everybody has issues encircling them. Everybody has got some people that don't care to respect their people. But insofar as you have enough of a support clan encircling you, you'll be cool. And against racists, against feminists, against sexists, you'll be cool. Against chauvinists, you'll be cool. Against bullies of different colors, garden variety, abusers of your person. It doesn't matter what is coming at you from the outside world, because this world will always have biases. What matters is who is encircling you. When those biases come at you, what is your protection circle? And right now, black people, you're the ones that ditched me. You're the ones that ignored. It's just one of them days that a girl goes through. I said that I'm just gonna sing that. I get the boy Hakan. And in all these nasties that remember innocent days and they get nostalgic when they listen to me, no, not so much because of the music, but because of my stories and them being able to relate to them. After grabbing themselves like that, because apparently, allegedly, all of us when we are 40-something, we need to recycle each other in a mosh pit and a cesspool. We need to recycle each other in spite of having hurt each other. Now that we are snapping out of the mistakes that we made against each other. Water under the bridge. Me just getting over the fact that you hurt me, except I'm 41, we get it. But God is a God of providence, a God of order. And so therefore we'll always make sure that there is a remnant in an ecosystem of artificial intelligence robots. There will always be people that don't want to go out like that. And sometimes they're not even a remnant, but a majority. The Lord will always preserve a people in any given generation to proliferate his baton, to push forward what makes for good sense. What becomes the issue right now is the optical illusion that his disciples are endured under, that they gaze upon in the periphery on the left and on the right, of everybody is a zombie, everybody's an AI bot, when there are other people. So I'm 41, we get it. And the only people with whom I can ever really truly relate are those that are in their late 30s and early 40s. Those are my peers. And it appears all of them have gone awry and glitched and are now AI bots that can't even listen to old school music. It appears to me right now that everybody's like right? It appears that that's what's going on, but it can't be, because I'm not so rare and so special and so set apart and so alone in this thing that God would only preserve just me. Listen, it would be very narcissistic for me to think in that fashion. There are more of me where they came from. Sivani. There is a hub of sober late 30-something-year-olds, early 40-something-year-olds. And if at all I'm a 41-year-old single woman, understand that there are many other women just like me and also many other men just like me who are yet to get married, yet to actually be bringing forth litters upon litters of children like they're animals, like they're kittens. They are yet to so tarnish everybody that they have to run away from their own ecosystem in order for them to get taken seriously anywhere else, because one community that they know in their own ecosystem, people who have so broken everybody's heart where they are at, and now they have to keep on traveling like sojourners, like Cain killing Abel. So he's just gonna be a wanderer on the earth. Where I'm not gonna marry a man that's out here put his own sibling in the ground. I'm not gonna marry a man that has sabotaged Abo Putin, Abo Sisi, Abo Makelwane. He was the tyrant. He was a pest, y'all, in the community la hlala khona. Megasabo kanshap ngoba uyathakatha wonke umuntu mekazi ukuthi le ndlela ethwele. Wabaleka la hlala khona. Got farther and farther away from Eden. Got farther and farther away from Adam and Eve. Got farther and farther away from where it is that his brother's blood was spilled. And then mase azula laphaya estradini. Mase azula up and down, open up. Bese azofuna ukuthatha uKarabo and then expect uKarabo to sing yet another old school song azomchaza la. Athi yo mina le angiyikhumbula. It was my jam. What this is my song too, baby. Sese re bina really too. Ke nkile bana ba hae by 20 that come from his multiple baby mamas. Ngizothi kuye kudala ngizula ngifuna njengawe, a father of my baby, you are the love of my life, baby. Ufuna ukuthi ngiyomculela that beautiful song from Gangs of Instrumentals. Listen, dude, ukhona umuntu ngaphandle laphaya, and I mean I don't gotta zula to meet him. Dala ngimile ngifuna njengaye, a father of my children, my husband ukhona, and he is age appropriate. He is either Gen X or millennial, and lomuntu lona or an exennial, right? This individual does not have a history of being keen. Emva laphaya ushiya umzimba warm, however bleed out, the blood of which is crying out to God for justice. Ushiya isidumbu kibo, ushiya bereavement emva. Utlapile di cherry ko strate. Utlapile di cherry mara nakarabo dala ngizula ngifuna njengaye, a father of my babies, he is the love of my life, baby. Ngithi kudala ngizula ngifuna njengawe, mother of my babies. Funa ukuthi mina ngiyocula umculo that belongs to my husband and I. To him, some dude that has shed the blood of his own brothers. Like, Papa, this guy's got a rap sheet. Mara, thing, this wandering vagabond. Because that's exactly what the Lord done made out of Cain. Yeah. A woman that has no clue and neither a community as you. He is a judged man, and where he comes from akafunwa ukhoze ibereavement abazali bayamona mara now yakopile longa mosadi o sa tsebeng next ka story sa hae ka fela se feletse le batla o itlhakola ka di dames eziskon la emgaqweni. And every so often you have the brazen audacity, the kinds of men bang shelang mushem ke di type tse letsa tla go creepang out. You don't know those dudes. I mean, chicks, you'll be knowing those dudes are just slowing down his ugly baza of a BMW. Opela gago o ntse le busy o tsamaya go mo apere kwai e go ntshitseng di cons. After getting off taxi, mothateng o nyetse abatlo slower down baza ya gage ya BMW. Ana le girlfriend. Dala ngizula ngifuna njengawe. When I was still a pedestrian, there was this one guy. Hey y'all, when I was still a pedestrian, there was this one dude on a driver Mini Cooper in this neighborhood. Was it red or black? Now the one who drove the black Mini Cooper was the one from my university. On a driver a black. He used to drive a black Mini Cooper. And like I said, I was a pedestrian. I was already working in corporate South Africa, but yet to get a vehicle. And I was a single lady. Now I wasn't single at the time. I was dating the homosexual. I told you guys I've dated a gay guy. He was in the closet and I didn't want to be alone. Anyway, whatever. We've got histories in these streets, so and because I was with Somizi, I wasn't in love. I knew I couldn't stay there. The dude was in the closet. Homosexuality he wasn't prepared to go out. To popping out of a birthday cake and say I'm gay. He was living in one of those communities that would have out here judged him for that. Yeah, being also the only son, Gibo. Mama was gonna be very disappointed when he doesn't bring a wife but a boyfriend. Okay, yeah, so I wasn't happy. Happy though. Very cute gay guy. Just like Lasizwe. Okay. You know, and just like Somizi, every so often I experiment because you know how Somizi had a baby with Palesa. I was dating a Lasizwe type level of cute gay dude with the antics that Somizi. A Lasizwe level cute gay guy with the antics of Somizi. I was there like a bear. This guy was so gay that when it was time for my hairstyles to be brought down. I'm for the head massage. When I started dating the new guy after him, just like don't expect me to do strange things for you as a man. I was like, it's so easy. Chicks are the ones that are out to be braiding each other's hair. Dudes are not trying to do that with a woman's hair. My ex-boyfriend was like, I will pay for you. Get 550 rand. Don't ask me to do that. I was like, excuse me. Because I realized that I was inappropriate to ask a straight dude to do what it is that a gay BFF turned, like a gay rather BFF, but that I made a boyfriend did. Anyway, so during the season of me dating Lasizwe type cute with some easy type antics type gay guy. Of course, my head was out on the market looking to be with someone else because I couldn't be single. I was single. Yeah, I couldn't be single. Anyway, let me just tell this particular story. I didn't want to be single, so I knew that I was gonna leave that gay guy for another guy. I was gonna hop into a new relationship. And no one was coming yet. And at the time, I was a pedestrian. Those kinds. I'm out here, got 2 series, and I'm back home, taxi, and there was this guy that used to constantly stop him to holla at his sister that drove a red Mini Cooper, and he was a young guy. He looked like he could be like 20 something, 20, maybe like 6. At the time I was like 22. He looked like he could be 26, 27. So it's not like me who put my or whatever, mara una slow way down. This guy, every time he would stop his vehicle, because I don't like my ex-boyfriend, and I hated his hair. I was like, and one of the biggest reasons I hated his dreadlocks was, one, because I don't like guys with hair, and secondly, because he was just so effeminate. I get it, he was as like his mannerisms were like, that's why I can compare this so easily. He wasn't even one of those closet homosexuals that you could be deceived by. He was not one of those closet homosexuals that you could be deceived by. And so I had a friend that dated a closet homosexual as well. Even though he was in the entertainment industry, but abantu suspect for being on the DL or whatever. And when she told me that story, I would meet her only years down the line from that date. I was like, yo girl, it turns out our paths have crossed because we have similar experiences. But that's the thing, won't betray you. So swape insane let's just like babitsang the setup thing, carbon emissions, like so I'm like carbon emissions, like do just that, because you don't get to out here be nostalgic with me anymore, okay? Closet homosexual, and the two of us with you. Was he able to make it work? Because the one that I was with wasn't able to make stuff work. So anyway, those are the notes that we were out here exchanging. And she dated a guy that was on the DL, and I was like, how did you know that he was on the DL? I knew that man was on the DL because Megan mannerisms, and futi he struggled to make his machinery work where I was concerned. And my friend she believed that her guy was on the DL because suspect of being on the DL. So that's the only reason. God, but the one that she was with, he was a celebrity in this country. And she was like, yo, I dated this guy, and apparently he's here. I was like, girl, I know all too well. Anyway, so because I was dating guy Mega here, and evidently Mega nama dreadlocks, and I hated hair. I can make somebody was single, so hang shell and knock on the rock. I was like, okay, tell number. This guy was 24, I was 22. Yeah, I was 22 because he was 24 and I was 21 going on 22. Because I started dating the guy after him when I was still in my 22nd year of life. Our relationship only lasted 8 months, and it was from the time when I was 21 until I was 22. And so the guy that I was with next was from 22 up until pretty much before I got born again. Alright, yeah, anyway, so this like closet homosexual guy, dreadlocks, that were like shoulder length type establishment thing, and then this thing, it wasn't even like a very thick, beautiful, healthy head of dreadlocks. So more so was I like, you won't miss them. One of the biggest reasons why I couldn't stand his dreads was because, one, yes, I didn't like hair, but secondly, every so often I be bringing them here, get some and then yeah, that dude had type stance. The guy used to flick, and flicker in a way that women would flick hair off their faces, and I hated it so much because I'm a woman. And I like my men manly, which is why that feeling to get them, it's so effeminate to me, it's so girly, it's so gay that I'm just like, now. So if you ain't got game, brother, if you can't like bring your game to the party organically, you are not a man. And put your tail between your legs and be like, can I get your number? If you can't brave it up, man up. and stand to the occasion and thoroughly out to be talking to a lady without using alcohol bravery, otherwise known as witchcraft, because witchcraft it's all pharmakia, it's substance abuse. If at all you can't give yourself bravery without first to pemipachi, without first to puza izorbanyana, short nip. If at all you cannot talk to a chick without nip, you're not ready in data. You're not ready to be in relationships. Also what you do to approach ladies. I got fundised with the game, dog. And so because I got fundised with the game, and so therefore gone out there and experimented by yourself and been a man, and so I'm not ew, they're not men. And then I asked to be pursued by a man. I asked the Lord for a man that's gonna lovingly pursue me. I keep reverse psychology, out here lick his toes and grovel at his feet, and then only will he go in for the kill men who put women in a position to basically need them that they might come into the picture. You're not gonna make me grovel. You're not gonna make me grovel. I must be lovingly pursued by a man. And ungodly men, baloyang, they don't pursue women. They noose them, and then they pride themselves in indaba yokuthi uyangithanda. Look at her jumping up and down like oil in a frying pan when I say jump. She says how high. They pride themselves ukuhlengisa abafazi ngemithi. And then they like, look at how it is that this chick is out here dancing for me. I get ooh, ah. What respond like the vowel OC? I heard the consonants. Everywhere where I'm at, she's like ooh, baby. Oh, Joalo out here. But they pride themselves in that kind of activity. And so because they pride themselves in that kind of activity, I'm like, you're not a man. You're just like my ex-boyfriend that actually flicks his hair out of his face. Anyway, whatever. He was flicking like a dame. He was flicking like a damsel. And I'm just like, Yasin, Abuti, you are too effeminate for my liking. Ahmehara. When I don't have braids, I don't flick as much as you. And sometimes I'm just rocking around all up in these streets. At the time I was yet I was growing out 4C hair. I was growing out an afro. So like or something. So you know that I didn't even flick. And yet my husband, my boyfriend, was always just flicking. He was always flicking. And every so often he'd be like, oh, baby. Ugh. You're a girl, like, why was I there? Like, this I don't understand. I was singing a cherry, right? So because men a cherry, because I was dating a chick that claimed to be a dude, right? This would cause this chick walk on YouTube and I celebrate or something. See, you can do lesbianism. Dude, that was a guy. Just that he was properly not like having any kind of interest in being a guy. I'm not lesbian. So I'm calling lesbians, les snacks. You're gross. Seeing as I want a man and I like my men manly, how much less then would I ever be interested in a woman? There's too much boob over there, too much squish, too much stretch mark. There's literally too much cellulite on the body of a woman for me to find any woman attractive. Let men be men, let girls be girls. Like, let boys be boys, let girls be girls. Let men be men, let women be women. Like, what is with your sexual perversion? Anyway, whatever. Abantu base occult. That's okay, I mean, I'm gonna anyway, but before we get into because I'm just singing. Because my boyfriend mega in the closet, I already had like a PTSD, a mild version of more relationshiping. I need to be with a gang. We're cleanly shaven any day. Afterwards. I like my men cleanly shaven. I got the German card. I got the DZ in 1984. Get disco. I got the Muna that is just higher go barbershop. It's not just to bring it all down and then he leaves, but it's to create a design on the head. I can't. It's too effeminate. Like too much hair. I'm a man bun. I'm a dog. I can't. I literally cannot. It's too much work. You should just be tassering aquas cream or whatever, and once a week or maybe every week and a half go tenting in the gasi my ex-boyfriend etentini like go Southgate I go a barbershop no Southgate Santon. He went to Santon and I walked into a barbershop because he was due for a cut. Wabuza, and no he said that he just sat down. That's the thing. Like, you cannot laugh at memories that are actually truly funny, that are true, that are full of nostalgia when you have betrayed everyone that you've ever loved. Anyway, but this story is funny, and he went to Santon. At a barber shop in Santon, inside the mall, and he just sat down and was like, please just shave off. my hair, shave off, cleanly shaven. He was already, his hair short. So he just wanted Neville to move whatever hair had grown. Because that's what he was used to doing. And then he would ask damage. Or figure Santon went inside a barber shop, sat down without asking for the price. And he says that they shaved his head, and just when he thought they were finished and he was ready to get up, balata powder niya na pamutsala kayo na baitosa. Balata some cream pamutsala kayo na. And then they grabbed a warm towel and wrapped it on his head like a turban. And they made him sit in that position for like a minute and a half. They then removed the turban and then brushed him down. And then when he went to go and pay, there were like 300. There were like 350 rands. My ex was used to go into the little Tekokasi where he stayed and just sit down these small little makeshift barber shops, and they would only charge him like 60 bucks, 70 rands for hukuta. So he would just sit down and then part ways maybe with 100 rands a tipa. So he was prepared to like pay maybe like 150 rands, seeing as this is now a barbershop Santana, no 350. He was like, yeah. Just because they cooked my head in a warm towel, I had to pay an extra 200 rand for my hair to be shaved. Never again. Ako pa it's a 350. Non sa tip because I didn't expect to pay so much.